Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Platinum Achievements Podcast. As always, I'm Ray. I'm recording on June 10th, 2026. And you have... You have 197 shopping days left until Christmas. How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty swell, actually. Lot of stuff happening. For one, if you didn't see the description of the last video, rolled my ankle pretty hard. Here's a picture if you want to see it. And yeah, it hurt a lot. I'm shocked it's not broken. Or wasn't. It's doing pretty good now, though. It's doing pretty good. So, now that we got Christmas out of the way, got the date. Let's see, my achievements. Currently sitting at 762,190. And let's see what that looks like. Man, my leg hurts. Come on, load up. Xbox is taking a sweet old time loading up. Platinums or trophies still. Hang on. Phone was loud there. Pull up my trophies. There's no change. I've been playing Xbox all week. 158 platinums, 1081 gold, 1307 silver, 3128 bronze skis. Yeah, haven't touched that at all this week. As for the Xbox, oh no, Xbox is doing that thing where everything's zeroed. All right, let me try a different route. Weird bug. Couple weird bugs on Xbox lately. A lot of trailers when you're looking at games aren't popping up. It keeps saying something's wrong. There we go. They've generated now. All right, so I believe we talked about this last time, but in case we haven't, oh wow, I gotta talk into the mic, not to the side. So, where were we? Lake completed it on Xbox. Did it on PlayStation 4 and 5 prior, and really enjoyed the game again. The end game it was not as bad as I remember it being. I fell asleep so many times playing this version, though. It was ridiculous. This game's so soothing, it just put me to sleep every time. The game itself, you're just driving around delivering some mail, a couple side objectives here and there, but you're really just delivering mail on a lake town up in, I think they said it was like Oregon, maybe? Oregon or Washington or something like that. Chill game. And nothing too difficult at all. Then I played a really short game called Stone, where you are a gay koala private investigator whose boyfriend goes missing, and you're trying to figure out what happened to him, and there's some dialogue, discussion. That's really about it. Walking around different environments. It's an okay game. I think I got it for cheap. I was eyeing it up for a while, but can't complain. And the big game I've been chipping away at, and I'm almost done with, is Naruto X Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Mouthful of a name. It's a Naruto Storm game. I think I've talked about it before. You got your main story, which recaps the overall Naruto Shippuden. You got a Boruto story where you play in a game and it turns out there's some stuff going on in the background. Some nefarious things. And the story mode starts good, loses me for about like most of the middle, but then it wraps up real good. I like the ending, which is I guess all that really matters. Left a good taste in my mouth hole. And as far as the achievements in this game, pretty straightforward. The quote-unquote hardest achievements, I would say, are getting the S ranks in all the all the missions in story mode, both the Naruto Shippuden stories, and if you've played any of the Naruto Storm games before, a lot of it's just rehashes of that. And then you have to get S ranks on all the story missions in the Boruto new story. Some other things miscellaneous things you have to do. Let's see. Nothing out of the ordinary. A lot of unlocking of collectibles. Collectibles. It's just things you unlock to customize your character. Different titles for, I guess, when you're playing online, which I have not touched the online, and I'll be able to 100% this game. The online will help you, though. And I'm just trying to see... Yeah, it's pretty standard stuff for a Storm game. Doing different types of battles. Defeat an enemy while awakened with a secret technique. Perform a ninjutsu combo. 3-round battle without losing a round. Very box standard stuff. Different game modes. The hardest part, quote unquote hard, because it's not hard, it's just a huge ass grind, is getting your proficiency levels for 5 different characters up to 30. And that's just playing the character, getting experience. I ran through all the story modes. I ran through all the different game modes you have to play. You have to do, I think, 2 different types of survival modes, tournament, all that stuff. And I only got one of my characters up to level, let's call it 20, I think 27. Recommend Naruto when he's fighting Pain, that character skin, or that character skill set. Sorry. Because the techniques are pretty easy to use, and it allows you to close distance while also having an ultimate that has like a wide berth of an attack that just clears the whole map, so you can pretty much get your opponent stuck in it. That's the easiest way I found to complete all the harder challenges, tournaments, survival modes. So, definitely recommend that. I am currently sitting at my technically last achievement, because there's one of those dumb 0 gamer score achievements for getting all the other achievements. It's like your platinum trophy. But I have to get my 5 characters up to level 30. I believe I have my 5 set. I'm using that. I completed that Naruto with the red cloak. I'm using Kakashi, one of them. I'm using is it Hidan or Kakuzu? I'm using the immortal, one of the immortal duo. I think it's Kakuzu. I think Hidan's the one. Let me check, actually. Let me just boot the game back up. Of course I'm not using him right now. But I'm also using Itachi Uchiha, who just passed level 13. Very cool. Sasuke, who uses Kirin, because that's an easy one to like trap opponents with. And let me actually look it up. I'll do a little quick Google instead of like backing out. What I'm doing is I'm having the game run in the background, and I just do like a quick attack. Use all the handicaps to basically make it so that they do no damage to me. 10-second rounds. And basically that nets you not even a good or decent. It nets you like 150 to 180. Actually like 120 to 180 guaranteed range. Normally, you'll get some other challenges here and there that boost you up a little bit. Is it Kakuzu? Yes, it's Kakuzu. I use him. I like using him. He's a pretty cool guy. So that's just what's going on now. Slowly chipping away at that. And I don't know. I might be able to finish it this week. I don't know. I'm actually in between jobs right now. I start my new job, old job, Monday. But I've been a stay-at-home daddy for the week. And it's been fun. It's been cool just chilling with Sammy. He had a little bit of problems with sleep last Friday night into this week. But we got it pretty much figured out. He just needed a better inhaler with a steroid because he's got cough asthma or something, whatever the hell they call it. Cough variant asthma. So, yeah. What else is new? I have my I have my goals for the month, what I'm trying to complete, and let me go over that. Meow. I'll start with the Blu-rays because that's not really why we're here, but some of it kind of ties in. I plan on finishing Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Season 1, Tenet, Pan's Labyrinth, Serenity, tying it into games. The Last of Us complete first season. I've never not never. I played Last of Us. I vaguely remember getting to the part where I think you see the giraffes, or you and Joel and Ellie are in an area. I think it's like one of the first areas where there's like collectibles. And I think I just kind of faded out there. I'm gonna go back to it. I do really want to complete not the original Last of Us, the PS4 remaster. I think it came out like a year after the original. I'm talking quick. Maybe I'll slow it down. I'm kind of talking quick because there's a lot I want to talk about, but I really only have like 40 more minutes because I got to go pick up Sammy from school. Do a little tech there. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. I'll adjust the volume on the TV. Yeah, now there's no volume. Okay. Yeah. So, originally, I wanted to have this out Saturday. We had the PlayStation Showcase, the State of Play, and the Summer Games Fest presentation, I guess. But then I was like, it's Sunday's right here. And then the Xbox Showcase, which I was really looking forward to. And then there was the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, I'm not a big Nintendo guy, but let's see if they got anything that interests me. Spoilers, not really. There's not a lot at Nintendo that's going to make me jump ship and go back to playing Nintendo games. Pokemon was a big one. And then, I lost my mic for a second there. Pokemon was a big one. And then I played Sun and Moon. And I just realized, I'm like, I don't like this format anymore. It kind of burned me out. Kakashi, level 22. My guy. Let's get a little attack in. It's just maintenance at this point. So, yeah, it wasn't something I was really interested in doing. Playing Nintendo games anymore. The Marios all feel the same to me. Mario Kart's fun. Sammy's getting into them. We're actually going to buy him a Switch for Christmas. And a couple games on there we know he'll like. There's the Cars game that he likes to play. They have a version on the Switch. So we'll just buy that for him. And then Amanda and I told Amanda she'd have to do it. Unlock all the characters. Because I really don't want to do that for a third time. But I think he's going to enjoy that. We're going to get him a Mario Kart, I believe. And the one game that I want, which would be the only game that I actually really want to play on Nintendo, Kirby Air Riders. I spent so much time in City Trials as a wee lad. I love the... It's sort of like Sonic Adventures to me, or Sonic Adventures 2, where most of the game I don't care for. There's like a sliver of the game that I really like. And for Sonic Adventure 2, I like the multiplayer stuff. I like the Chow Garden, and I like the Sonic Shadow levels. What I don't like are the Knuckles Rouge levels and the Tails Eggman levels. I don't like any of that. The Chows are a lot of fun though. So, Kirby Air Riders, I'm so excited to finally play the City Trials in that because that, like I said, spent so much time playing that with my buddy Ron. It was ridiculous. So, where do we go from here? Let us begin by discussing... Let's see. There were so many games announced over this past week. It's been ridiculous. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over what I really liked. I have my list here. Beep boop bop beep. Wait. Oh, I threw that up there. My bad. So I got my list and let's see. Where did I start? I started with State of Play. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games stood out to me. One of which is one I know I'm buying, and I skipped the part of it in the show because I didn't want anything spoiled. But we'll start with State of Play, then we'll do it in order. State of Play, Summer Games Fest, I think Day of Devs. There was 1 or 2. Xbox, of course, and then did Nintendo have stuff? Nintendo had stuff, but I'm really just gonna kind of like glaze over it because it's not. One is an announcement, and one is something we knew was coming. So, and then I pulled. Oh wait, I didn't even finish the goals. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm all over the place this week. So yeah, I told you my Blu-rays. I don't know how I tangented off of that. Oh, I started talking about Last of Us and then just went crazy. As far as games that I want to complete this month, I'm looking at Sneak King, the Burger King Classic. I plan to finish Life is Strange Reunion, or start it and finish it. And then the new Tales from the Borderlands. It says Deluxe Edition, but whatever. All of them Xbox/Xbox 360 for Sneak King. And Sneak King and New Tales of the Borderlands, they're on my goals to complete this year. Life is Strange, I just want to finish the franchise and actually complete a new game that I bought within the same year that I bought it. So those are my goals. I don't think it'll be too difficult. Tomorrow, actually, Sammy has like a full day of ABA therapy, which is great. So we will drop him off, and then I'll have like 6 or 7 to 8 hours solo. It'll be magical. Things will happen. Mistakes will be made. May get divorced. Who knows? There's so many options. Oh, before I get any further, for anyone that's been listening or curious, Foxy's doing good. She got her stitches out and a cast off. They said she looks good. We haven't heard anything back about the, I guess, biopsy on the malignant tumor. We knew it was malignant, but she's been in good spirits. She's just hanging out, eating food. She's doing great. So if she was in any of your thoughts, I appreciate it. But thankfully, she's doing very good. Just has to keep a cone on for a bit so she doesn't infect her stitches or where they were, because they took all of them out, which is great. Let me start up another match. So what I'm going to do for all these games I'm going to be talking about, I think what I have to do for some of them is I'm going to pause the recording, I'm going to rewatch the trailer, and then I'll come right back and discuss it. You won't even notice except for me saying maybe that I'm back. But let me restart another match as Kakashi. Apparently I'm doing this wrong too, but you can, in the Naruto X Boruto game that I'm rocking here, completing challenges helps, but the matches go longer and you actually have to focus on the match. So I'm really just kind of just getting the minimum amount of points while, multitasking doing this. So again, hoping to have this one done. If I don't have it done relatively soon, I may just put it on the back burner and then do like a character a week, maybe. Just so I can, work on other games. So I might not come back next week and being like, yeah, guys, just sat here and, just hit a button a couple times and grinded out 1,000 freaking matches. So, wow, the match was over. It's 10 seconds, yeah. Sasuke's 14 now. Good for him. Good for him. I think I've got the 4 left. Kakashi's at 22. This is all out of 30. Sasuke's at 14, Itachi 13, and I think Kakuzu's at 15. So, we're making progress. I don't know if it goes higher, though. I do not know if... And I'm not going to even bother trying to find out, but... Yeah. It's a solid game. Looks great. Sammy was kind of interested in it, and then he started getting a little, fist throwy. So I was like, all right, maybe Naruto's not for you yet. But let us begin with the PlayStation State of Play. And the first game that I want to talk about, these aren't in shown order. These are just kind of in how I remember them. Where's my mouse? Where is my mouse? Oh, speaking of old songs, I've been teaching Sammy Good Vibrations by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. And it's adorable. Let's see, State of Play. Where is my mouse? Here it is. So, State of Play. The first game and the game that I didn't pay any attention to during the showcase, because I want to go in as spoiler-free as possible and as blind as possible, even though I technically go into every game blind. Control Resonant launches globally September 24th, and I cannot wait for this game. I'm gonna have the trailers going in the video if you feel like watching that. That's gonna take me a little extra time editing, but for you guys, I'll do it. But yeah, Control Resonant. I love Control. I love Alan Wake. I love that whole universe. I even like FBC Firebreak, which I might actually pick up on Xbox, even though I completed it, but it's on sale for like $12. I think that was an underrated game. I think people expected way too much from that one. Like, it's just a chill game to go in and play with your friends. I get $40 was a lot, but on sale, but also I played it on Game Pass. Sounds like a steal. Sounds like a steal. Oh, I also bought a couple games. I'll go over that in a bit if I remember. Someone text me? No. Okay. Yeah, I got like 30 minutes. Realistically, what may happen here is I may have to pause this and come back, and I'll have a co-host with my boy Samsky. It's possible. But yes, Control Resonant is the sequel to Control. It's the next installment in that Remedy universe, except this time the paranatural forces have broken out of the oldest house, which the oldest house was so cool. Such a cool environment. And is just wreaking havoc all over Manhattan. And you now play as... what is his name? Where did it go? Dylan... Is it Dylan Faden or Dylan McFadden? I think it's McFadden. McFadden? Does it say? No, it doesn't say in this little blurb off the PlayStation blog. I got a lot of this information stuff off the different blogs and websites. I'll have them linked down in the description. But you play as Dylan, who's the brother of Jesse, who you played in the first Control. And his abilities seem to be like construct, like he has an axe, so it's very melee focused compared to the first one, which was very third-person shooter focused. I don't know how I'm going to like that, because I like the third-person shooter aspect. I know I'm going to be playing this game multiple times on all the platforms. So I'm really hoping they also have those accessibility features for when I go through my subsequent playthroughs, because first time through I played normal. And then the second, let's see. Once I beat the game, I turned on like invincibility and insta-kill, which made the like the rapid fire, the machine gun or machine pistol, like just disgusting. And then when I played it again on PS4, when I played the Xbox, another version, I think the complete version, and the PS5 complete version, like I did every version I believe possible on PlayStation, Xbox, and I was just rinsing through people once I could do that. So, really looking forward to that game. That is my September game for sure. This is going to be a busy year, and I'm actually going to buy some games because I don't work at my previous job anymore, so I don't have the gift cards. So, next up, we have God of War Laufey. You play as Kratos' dead wife as she travels through the afterlife in the realm where all the dead gods converge. I really liked it. I thought the combat was pretty cool. Very different from God of War proper. She's more agile, so you got a double jump. It looks like it's more juggling, which is cool. I like a good juggle. And I know a lot of people have an issue with Frank the Cube, played by Yui himself, Jack Quaid, but I didn't really have an issue with it. I'm looking forward to it. All the different pantheons of gods that you're gonna have to take down. I'm curious how this will lead into another God of War. Like if the other pantheon gods, a lot of people were thinking this, that they would be proactive and go after Kratos now because he's killed so many gods. Maybe they are holding back still because they don't feel like their own are threatened, but then maybe Kratos or Laufey, maybe they kill enough of the gods in the afterlife that somehow they know, and then they get word and that makes them proactive. I'm curious if that could play into it. But the combat looked good. I mean, we got like 20 minutes of the game. Some gameplay, some trailer, obviously. And I don't get why people are mad. People get mad about the dumbest stuff now. But yeah, I think it looks great. I'm very much looking forward to this one. We also got a good chunk of Marvel's Wolverine at the beginning. And that looks pretty good. I'm glad they confirmed it's like a more linear game. That might tip me over the edge to kind of waiting maybe for a sale. I mean, it's coming out close to Black Friday, so I'm sure there might be some sort of Black Friday deal on it. Again, I'm not hurting for new games to play, and I'm gonna have Control that month. I'm definitely not getting it in September because I believe that's when it comes out. Let me double check that actually, because I'm not 100%. And this doesn't give me an actual date on the blurb that I grabbed. So, Wolverine game, and that'll come out September 15th. So I'm definitely not getting it that month. I'll probably pick it up Black Friday or Christmas time maybe, but it looks good. It looks like a really good follow up, quote unquote, definitely follow up to Spider-Man, and it looks like a good second Wolverine game because that X-Men Origins Wolverine game was like unnecessarily really good. And it looks good. The combat looks great. I like that there's some stealth elements to it. Maybe you can clear out some areas stealth-wise as an option. They showed a little bit of that, and then, of course, you go berserk. I'm glad they confirmed it's like a linear game, because this is an open world would be very weird unless they do like they're not, but unless they did like where he's riding around on his motorcycle, which they showed parts of him riding on a motorcycle. But that could have been a cool way to make it open world. But Wolverine doesn't need an open world game. I like that they're kind of scaling back for this one. Then there was the game. Let me pull up the trailer. I'm gonna mute it, but I'll watch it while we're discussing. Nope, don't need that. Wow, YouTube looks so different when you don't have like an algorithm. Like it looks like garbage because I'm signed in on the Platinum Achievements profile instead of my own. I mean, it's starting to pick up an algorithm. What the heck is that? Oh, the dump truck is done. I don't know what that is, but it's like the first thing. There's Epstein. I don't know why he's popping up on this one. But also there's Halo, which maybe we'll discuss later. What am I? There we go. Yeah, so the game called Ill. Yep, let me boot it up. Ill is a absolutely disgusting looking game in the best possible way. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It's a horror game, body horror a lot. It's stunning. So the description is, where did that go? First-person action horror, Ill creeps into a state of play for tantalizing, terrifying taste of its grim story, unpredictable monsters, a visceral dismemberment system, realistic physics, all intent to create an atmosphere of relentless terror. And it does look terrifying. God, it looks good. Oh, man. Yeah, it looks... Oh, there's a cute blonde. It looks disgustingly good. I'm excited for it. I'm also scared. Let me see if I can find like a better description of what the game actually is. Takes you into a dark fort overtaken by a mysterious entity, unpredictable monsters, a visceral dismemberment system. I think we literally just talked about that. So oh, it's on Xbox as well. Is it pre-orderable? Pre-orderable? No, I can add to my wish list. I will add it to my wish list. Does it have I mean, it definitely does, right? Maybe. Release date. Release date. Let's look at release date. Hmm. 2027, so not really. Good, because this year's way too busy as it is. Let me just start up the next match. PlayStation showed, I mean, every showcase showed a lot of good stuff. I was shocked. It was an insane year for games. Or for these game showcases. Next up after Ill, a game near and dear to my heart, and not just because I share the name. Rayman Legends Retold is a 3D reimagining of the iconic multiplayer platformer, launching October 1st. Thank God it's outside of that September month. That month's insane. Fully voiced characters, expanded soundtrack, new and improved gameplay with a rich selection of returning levels, mysterious new realm, and 4 new musical stages, and of course, up to 4 players in couch co-op. Sounds really fun. I love the Rayman games. I still remember getting the first one on my PS1 way back in the day. I gotta be honest, I might have been around Sammy's age. So I can't even fathom, like, him being able to sorry, I bumped my thing. Still remember things, like, decades from now. Like, it's wild. Kid's so smart. I got him into Spider-Man, like the Marvel Spider-Mans, and he loves swinging around. Like, he's figuring it out quick. And then he started fighting some people, and I'm like, dude, let's back away from this. But yeah, Rayman, I can't remember if I got it the same day as my PlayStation. That's the first game I remember playing, though. And my dad handed it to me, and I'm like, Dad, they named a game after me, and it blew my little brain. So Rayman Legends, I'm very much looking forward to. And the last game that I want to highlight from the PlayStation State of Play, I wanted to do 5, but Control was kind of like a cop-out because I really didn't view it. And not all of these have 5, by the way. So we have Until Dawn 2, which was revealed. Is there a release date? Let me see if there's a release date for this. I think it's just another 2027. Dawn 2 release date. Yeah, 2027. I might pick this up day one. I don't know, because I got the other one for free, so it really warmed me up to the franchise. But I love the first one. I haven't played the remake. The Dark Anthology games, I played Man of Medan, and I'm struggling to get through that. I mean, I haven't touched it in years. Me and my buddy Christian were playing it. Maybe I'll at some point I'll go back. But Until Dawn 2 looks great. It's like, I don't know how it really ties into the previous one, and because I didn't play the remake, which apparently leads into a sequel. But the what was it? The story of Until Dawn 2 is a group of fake paranormal hunters go to an island and have to actually deal with some form of monster. It looks like it's like a hack and slash kind of guy. But much like with the last one, maybe there's more to it. And it looks so good. I'm very much excited for it. I like Until Dawn 2. It looks good. And like I said, I will leave a link to the PlayStation blog that goes over everything announced. All right, let me look at... All right, where was... I might be able to get through the Summer Games Fest because I feel like I'm going to talk a lot about other stuff. Let's see. Just loading up the next trailer. Oh, this one looks so good too. I'm so excited for this one. I'm gonna have to look up. Man, I really don't. I did, quote unquote, as much research as I should have for this. Oh no! See, this is why I didn't want to look it up, because I think I might get annoyed by the game. Okay, so let's just begin. Summer Games Fest, big show. Didn't actually watch the whole thing, but I turned it on and skimmed through like the award show, quote unquote, parts of it, because I just wanted to. I was trying to actually watch that in order to pump this out on that Saturday, and honestly, it was like 3 hours long or something like that, and that's way too long for me to even try to pay attention. On top of the amount of games being shown. So the first thing that tickled my wiener was The Wolf Among Us 2 getting a release date of release year of next year. I love the Wolf Among Us game. It's a Telltale game. I love it so much. It's a really cool. I'm trying to not do ums and likes. It's a really cool Telltale game where you play as the Big Bad Wolf, as the detective / protector of this section of New York that's inhabited by the fairy tale creatures that came to the real world. It's based off the comic book series Fables. And the closest analogy for the more common man would be Once Upon a Time, which was the ABC show that Amanda really liked. And from what I remember, ABC was trying to develop, or Disney or something like that was trying to develop a Wolf Among Us type show or Fables show. And then they're like, no, we don't want to do that. So then they did it. But they focused more on Disney stuff, I guess. So, looking back at that, there's a lot of cool actors in there that I didn't even realize were in there. And who was the big... There was a big one. Who was it? I don't even care. I don't care about that much. But Wolf Among Us is also getting a remaster that I believe is dropping sometime this year. Let me double check. I think it's like December. Projected release date. When is that coming out? I'm gonna buy that physically though, for sure. Holiday 2026. It's coming. It's exciting. I'll absolutely replay that. I love The Wolf Among Us. I played it on, I believe it was Xbox 360. I played it on the Xbox One, and I did it again on PlayStation 4, technically. Even though it might have been on my PS5, but whatever. So, yeah. I'm really looking forward to more Wolf Among Us. I'm so excited the second one's coming out. I believe it's still the same iteration, so we should be seeing Dorothy and her three cohorts, the Tin Man, Scarecrow, and the Cowardly Lion, which was such a cool element of the trailer that they showed, I think, like a year or two ago. Then the next game, which was a huge surprise for your boy, because I love the movie franchise, even though I don't love it for the same things I used to love it for. Saw Genesis was announced, and they had my boy Billy on stage. That was really cool. It is a 3v1 multiplayer game based on the Saw franchise, in development by Bloober Team. So Bloober Team doesn't have the best track record for me. I was not a fan of the Blair Witch game, but they did, and I mean, I don't think I've really played. Let me see what else they've developed, actually. I might have played something else from them. Google. Just Googling everything today. Bloober Team. What did I play with theirs? I played the Medium. Wasn't a big fan of Medium. I enjoyed Layers of Fear. I think I purchased Observer at some point. Blair Witch, yeah, was not a fan of that one. Anything else? Did they do anything else? Chronos, I heard, is very good. I want to get back to that. I did not do their... Oh, it hasn't released yet. Huh, they're having a Star Trek game come out in the future? That could be interesting. Silent Hill 2 was apparently very well... Or not apparently. It was very well received. I didn't play it. And... yeah, so I will give Bloober Team the benefit of the doubt. I love the Saw franchise. I don't like it as much for the gore anymore, but I get giddy at the end of every movie where they do like the sequence where everything kind of ties together and they do the big reveals. I love those scenes every time. Every time it gets me, without fail. And I like that Tobin Bell's back to do the voice. I mean, that's his voice. I would not be surprised if when he's like done, if he's just like, guys, just AI my voice into the movies if you want to keep doing them. Even Spiral as a movie I liked. I mean, generally I like all of the Saw movies because I like the way they intertwine. Even if sometimes none of it makes sense, but it's still just so much fun. Those reveals. Once that music starts playing at the end, so good, so good. So that will be out. Early access is this fall. I don't know when it's fully releasing, but that could be fun. That could be fun. It's gonna be fall, being I don't know what November, hopefully December. If I had to guess, it's gonna be no. It would make sense for October because it'll be a scary, spooky game. The Saw video game on the 360. Well, there's two of them. First one was decent. Second one I didn't like as much, but the first one wasn't bad. We got 10 minutes here until I gotta take a pause. The next game is called Hex, and it's a mysterious game where it's a co-op game. Playing the trailer now just to have it going. Is this it? Yeah, there's like some alien, like Promethean type looking shit in a forest. And it's a co-op game. You got a gun. You're shooting things, maybe. Oh, for sure. Yeah, you're shooting robot stuff and monster looking things. And then, yeah, there's just like these big monolithic structures that kind of remind me of the oldest house in Life is Strange. In it has like a forerunner from Halo, oldest house from Control type of vibe. Co-op game. It's got like everything visually that I'm kind of into. Oh, I typed Until Hex. I'm surprised it didn't give me bigger issues. But it is a cooperative first-person survival shooter set in an alien-infested Nordic wilderness. Developed by former developers from Division and Epic Games. You and up to three friends, must investigate a massive monolith while battling hostile entities and surviving the harsh elements. That's the part that kind of gets me, where you got to manage your temperature, hunger, thirst, and gathering resources. That's the part that's kind of like, can we have like a baby ass baby mode where I kind of turn that stuff off and just focus on like the immersion? Alien abilities. You'll use AI like sentient cube and alien seeds to reshape the environment, unlock new powerful abilities. Oh, that kind of worries me too. Progress the characters, save separately, allowing you to drop in and out of your friend's world easily. That also worries me. It worries me so much, but it looks so cool. Ugh. So, that was my fear, and I didn't want to look it up, but you people made me. Why would you make me do that? But anyway, it looks cool. Then we have a little game called Gen Atlas, and let me look up the next game while we talk about Gen Atlas. Gen Atlas is from the guy that did Eco Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian, I believe, and it looks like Last Guardian but with technology. Like you're climbing rocket ships and giant robots and shit like that. Looks so cool. Yeah, the blurb from the article. I forget, where did I get this article from? Because I got them all from different sources. This was from IGN.com. They're calling it Shadow of the Colossus with giant robots. So that's what I'm going to call it. It's Shadow of the Colossus with giant robots. And let me go to the next game. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let's start this trailer up. Because this one looked cool too. Samuel liked this one. What's it called? I literally Gen. Wow, just nothing. Like Gen V everywhere. Gen Z. Like, oh, I don't care. Gen Atlas. Of course. I remember now. No official release date, but it looks great. Can't wait. The next game that looks really cool, it's due out in 2027, Gundam Rogue Orbit. I love Gundam, even though I've really only seen Mobile Fighter G Gundam. So take that for what you will. It's like a shonen Gundam, but I'm intrigued by the more political ones. It's a fast-paced, high-mobility action game that introduces a brand new timeline to the Gundam saga where humanity must fight for survival against an unknown threat. Players will suit up as Ace Pilot REX, protagonist in the new chapter of Gundam, step into the cockpit of the Gundam Helix. Explosive, fast-paced battles and sprawling environments while players taking on enemy hordes, massive bosses, and seemingly insurmountable challenges set against the engaging sci-fi backdrop. Promises to deliver the emotionally charged moments and unforgettable action that happen, blah, blah, blah. I'm really hoping they have, like, skins for this game, and you can be, like, other Gundams from the franchises. Because, I'd like to be Burning Gundam or Shining Gundam or Rose Gundam, maybe, or, I think those are really the only ones I kind of liked from Mobile Fighter G Gundam. The other ones were kind of goofy. But I might be able to get through Days of the Dev. I gotta get moving here soon. I will talk about this last one, and then I will come back from a quick break to talk about Xbox, Nintendo, and Days of the Devs, or Day of the Devs. Alright, so let me pull up a trailer, and then I'll need to look up a little extra for this bad boy. But it's 1666 Amsterdam. It looks really cool. It looks like Sail. I did the Oz again, and I did a like. I'm gonna have to get like a swear jar or something. Oh, excuse me. New game, 1666 Amsterdam is a new game from Patrice Desilets, one of the original creators of Assassin's Creed. You have my interest. Took the stage at SGF to say the prologue is free for download now on Steam and Epic Games. Is a dark third-person story-led action-adventure game with a full release set for early access on PC this year. Console versions are planned for a later date. Again, this is coming from IGN. Link below. But it honestly kind of looks like... It looks like you're just, a witch during the Salem witch trials era, and you're just gonna go, like, ballistic with some spells. Visually looks cool. There appears to be there appears to be a stray element where you control a cat, maybe, to do a little traversal. Some really cool visuals. Definitely a spooky looking game. The only other Salem game that I've played was Murdered Soul Suspect. I did that one a couple times, actually. I didn't mind that game. So 1666, yeah, it's Salem witch trials mixed with some witch-like combat where you're manipulating things. Kind of, honestly, in a weird way, control vibes, and I don't know if that's just because... And you can see a little bit of the Assassin's Creed elements, too. Very cool looking game. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see, I got 20 minutes before I gotta pick Sammy up. Alright, let me do this. I'm gonna pause the recording. I will be back. You will barely notice, aside from me saying this. Where is my Audacity? I will be back. Alright, I am back. I am shirtless. Sammy's downstairs with Amanda. Turn this light on. And the night continues. Oh, I forgot I had McDonald's up here. Wow. Okay, so the next game, let's see, we're going to go over the Day of the Devs. Releases September 15th. It's called Screenbound, and it's an indie game where you traverse an open world game in first person, but then you're holding like a Game Boy substitute, and you're playing like a 2D platformer that's supposed to represent what you're doing in the game as well. It's interesting. You'll see it on the screen, but it's cute. It looks pretty cool. And I've been looking forward to it since they announced it. I think, did they announce it like last year or 2 years ago? They announced it a while ago. It looks really interesting. It's a little tricky to explain, but I think I did pretty good. So on to the next game. Day of the Devs didn't really have too much for me, so I had that. This one I have to look up. It's called Prove You're Human. It was giving me some Portal vibes. Prove You're Human. Interesting looking game. I'm gonna look it over real quick. It definitely reminds me a little of Portal. There's a lot of captchas. Actually, you know what? Scratch this. I can't tell if I'm interested in this. We'll keep it on the list for now, but it looks weirder than I was expecting. So, oopsie poopsie. What's the gameplay loop? Yeah, there's a big head on a swivel, kind of looks like Gladys with a face, and then I don't know, I guess you know, the more I look at it, it could be interesting. It is a lot of those like internet captcha things to try and prove you're a human, but it looks like it plays into the gameplay in a weird way. I'll keep it on the list. Looks intriguing, to be sure. No release date at this time. Let's do Nintendo next. It's the one I'll have the least to say. Duskbloods was the Duskbloods was shown. It's the new From Software exclusive for Nintendo, and it's going into closed network test this summer. No release date, but Duskbloods will be launching exclusively on the Switch 2 in 2026. So it's coming up, and it's a FromSoft game or From Software game. So I don't really know what else there is to say about it per se, but it looks good. It looks like a From Software game. And that's not enough to make me get a Switch. The only thing that could convince me to get a Switch is already out, and that's Kirby Air Riders. And then, of course, they ended their show with the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, which looks cool. Wasn't a lot shown. You just saw Sleepy Link, pretty much, and you heard, like, the ocarina being played. So, I'm sure a lot of people are interested in that. My buddy Eric said he was really intrigued by it. And by intrigued, I mean he was, like, losing his mind. He loves Zelda. He's a little Zelda boy. So, all the Nintendo stuff. Oh, they also showed Kingdom Hearts 4. Um, but I'm not a real big Kingdom Hearts fan, but I'm just surprised they showed it again without really showing anything. All this Nintendo stuff's on IGN. Again, link below. Where was the other one? Where was Day of the Dev stuff? Day of the Dev stuff I found from Game Informer, so I'll link that too. And lastly, what I thought was the best showcase for me was the Xbox showcase. Let's see. A lot of great stuff being shown, some of which I lost my mind over. And then Sammy said a swear word because he copied me saying a swear word, and we'll get to that. They started with Gears of War E-Day. I love Gears of War. If you've been listening for a while, you know that. I cannot wait for Gears E-Day. It was shocking that it's going to be an Xbox console exclusive, but probably maybe not shocking either. And takes place at the emergence of E-Day. It honestly looks borderline horror-like in the beginning, which I think I've mentioned on here before. I've always said that they should do a horror Gears of War game where you don't realize it's the Locust until like the end. Like you're escaping a town during E-Day. It looks like they're going to kind of incorporate that into here, so I'm glad I gave them a cool idea. There's going to be an open beta August 6th. The game releases in October. I think it's like is it October 2nd that the game will release? Double check. Come on, where's my mouse? I lose my mouse all the time. Let's see, Gears E-Day. I think it's October 2nd. October 6th. My apologies. I was so far off. If you get the premium edition, you get a 5-day early access. Wait, did I say 5-day? Yeah. Wow, starting October 1st. Tempting, but I'll probably have to hold off. Gotta be careful with my monies now. I want to get it physically. I want to feel it in my hand, even if it's just a digital key code on the disc. I just need to feel it. But it's going to show Marcus and Dom as they kind of form their bond together, because Marcus was more best friends with Dom's brother, Carlos. But Carlos did not make it out of the Pendulum Wars. And some really cool stuff. I like the weapons that they showed. I thought the environments it's a gorgeous looking game. Like, it's stunning to look at. Multiplayer, I don't think they didn't show too much. They mostly just kind of briefly mentioned that there's going to be a lot of cool maps. That there's going to be, they're evolving Horde again, calling it Horde Siege. And it's going to be 3 squads of 4 going against Horde, which could be cool. I personally, I'm sorry if you can hear the thunder in the background. It's starting to storm out by me. My personal favorite Gears of War Horde will still always be the original. I think that was the simplest. I'm a gamer who likes simplicity more so. Like, what was it? When Left 4 Dead came out, I loved Left 4 Dead. And Left 4 Dead 2 came out like a year later. And they added a whole bunch of stuff. And I was just like, I still love the game, but I was like, oh, let's pump the brakes a little. So, Gears of War E-Day is probably next to Control my most anticipated game. And I'm glad they're coming out in different months, even if they're not that far off. I think it's like 2 weeks. So what'll probably end up happening is I'll pick up Control and I will play that a decent chunk. And then I will switch more than likely to Gears E-Day because I'll have friends that are getting it as well. We'll be playing that. It's going to be a tight couple weeks. Might just go and pre-order a couple games. I don't know where do I pre-order now, though? Like, do I do Amazon even though they're always late? I don't know, because I don't like going to GameStop anymore. I really don't. Although I did find a copy of Greg Hastings Paintball in GameStop the other day for like $5. And I've been kind of eyeing that game for some weird reason. I don't understand why. Maybe I just want a shooter that's not like deadly. So. After Gears, we have Senua, which is the third Hellblade game. It's a new action-adventure game from Ninja Theory set in the Hellblade universe. Senua, a Celtic warrior, is trapped between life and death in a fractured vision of purgatory. She must fight to reach the afterlife and reunite with those she loved and lost battling forces that threaten everything she believes in. So, I did just buy Hellblade 2. I think all I have left to do is the hard mode. And then I think they gave away, like, the upgraded versions, definitely on PlayStation. And I think I bought a version that came with the upgraded version, and then I also have the PC version that I started and need to finish. I like to double, triple dip if I really like a game. I think you all know that. So, I got a lot to play before Hellblade or Senua comes out, but I'm also kind of counting it towards God of War. Like, I need to play Ragnarok finally, and I want to get through all the Hellblade iterations that I own before I jump into God of War Laufey. So, I'm looking forward to that. I don't think it has a release date yet. Let me double check for you. Oh, loud booms, loud booms. Senua release date. I really don't think they have one. 2027. Okay. Cool. Next year. Not a lot of time to take care of what I want to do. Let's see. Which one do I want to talk about next? The game that made me jump up into the air and say, "Oh shit," to which Sammy replied, "Oh shit." Spyro: A Realm Reborn. I knew it the second they showed Activision World Premiere. I thought it was such a good looking snippet of the game. We didn't see a lot, but we did see a flying section. But once they showed Activision World Exclusive or World Premiere, and then they showed the purple lettering, I was like, it's got to be Spyro, or it's got to be a sick joke. I love Spyro. The Spyro trilogy was fantastic. I know there's been some, bad Spyro games, but not that trilogy. It's exciting, and it's coming out spring 2027, so I will be definitely picking that up day one, for sure. After Spyro, they showed a game, or not after Spyro, but on my list, we have a game called Magicians. What was it? Magicians? Is it The Devil's Deal? Let me see. What am I doing? It's going to be in the write-up underneath the title. Yeah, Magicians: The Devil's Deal. Narrative-driven first-person action game set in a twisted realms of Theaterland, a nightmarish reimagining of Victorian London. Coming to Xbox 2027. In the trailer, players discover Jacob, a fallen stage magician bound by a pact with the devil, wielding deadly magical abilities to escape his enemies. Blending atmospheric exploration, fast-paced combat, and evolving powers, the game introduces a dark journey shaped by ambition, illusion, and consequences. It literally looks like a more stylized version of BioShock, but instead of the plasmids, you're using magical tricks like your magic wand. You can flip buildings upside down. You can throw cards, chains. I think there was a Houdini upside down trap at some point. It looks real good from the the CG trailer we saw. So, well, I guess it had a little gameplay in there, but it looks really good. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it comes out next year. Yeah, 2027. It's gonna be a busy year for games already. God. What's next? Halo Combat Evolved launches July 28th. We'll be picking that up for sure. I'm excited. I like Halo Combat Evolved. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Halo Campaign Evolved. The new sections they showed look interesting. There's a lot of cool new weapons. Johnson got recast, which I know some have issues with, but I sort of noticed. Coming to Xbox and PlayStation, as well as PC. And, I mean, it looks great. I think this is the original. We had the Anniversary Edition. They made the Master Chief Collection. So I think this is the fourth time they're releasing this game. So, exciting. If this doesn't do good on PlayStation, I think the next Halo will remain exclusive. Kind of like Gears, like the Gears Reloaded, I guess didn't perform super well on PlayStation, so they're keeping it on Xbox. But, that whole exclusivity thing's kind of... It's unclear exactly what they're doing, because next, they have Clockwork Revolution, which is also going to be an exclusive on Xbox. And this game continues to look good. The dialogue was pretty funny. I like the robot with the elevator. He was pretty great. And this also, much like Magicians, looks like BioShock-style gaming. And I love BioShock. So, they're adding like a time travel segment, so I don't know in the framework of the story if like you start in the future and then you go back in time 25 years to when the rest of the game takes place, or if it's an ability, or kind of like an infinite, where there's sort of a dimensional travel aspect. I just don't know. But looking forward to that one. Too. Oh, wait, hold on. In the chaos, Morgan discovers the chronometer after being hurled into the past by Prentice. Your companion. Your companion throughout your adventure, and is forced into a desperate fight to survive, rewrite history, and shape a better future from the grave. So it looks like maybe it's a narrative device. Like you'll spend probably most of your time in the past. Maybe not jumping back and forth in time, like Titanfall or Heroes Reborn. And that was it. That was everything that really kind of interested me at the showcases. It was insanely good, aside really from Nintendo, but it would take a lot to get Nintendo to. Even Kirby Air Riders can get me to come over. So, oh, and all that Xbox stuff is from the Xbox Wire. So, the next thing I wanted to do, because I thought it'd be funny, is September is absolutely jam-packed full of games. So I asked a bunch of my buddies, where's my phone? A bunch of my buddies what game in September they were choosing. And let me tell you, there's a lot of them that don't realize that Gears of War is not coming out in September. It's coming out in October, you goons. Alright, so let me go back. We'll start with Baby Boy Gary. Yeah, Gary said probably Gears, Eat Air, Wolverine. So Wolverine's his game for September. Do your research, Gary. Gears E-Day is October. Did I ask? I don't think I asked Dan. No, I didn't ask him. I asked Creation James. I'm gonna call this Jim 2. This is Jim 2. Man, scroll. I gotta scroll all the way back. Are all these games coming out? James says Wolverine, Dawnwalker, Marvel Tokon, and Gears, which again, Gears is October. Called him a heathen. Replied back with a GIF. Let me see. September. He said Wolverine, which yes. Dawnwalker. Is Dawnwalker? Is Dawnwalker even coming out that month? Did he get any games other than Wolverine correct? Let's see. I'll have to look him up. I like the shame. Marvel Tokon release date. Marvel Tokon's in August. James, are you? Let's try Dawnwalker. Okay, Dawnwalker is September 3rd. Okay, James. Okay, I see you. So Dawnwalker, the Blood of Dawnwalker, which does look good, but I didn't include it just because I wanted to, keep the show short-ish, even though we're past an hour at this point. But Blood of Dawnwalker, which looks good, coming to all the consoles, and then Wolverine coming to just PlayStation. I get that. Kreesh didn't respond. Did SpaceX launch the IPO? Let me double check. No, it's not even. Is it? Oh, SpaceX. 135. Can I just add it to... Sorry, this is not interesting at all. How do I watch it? Oh, add it to my list. Oops. I guess create an alert when it goes. I don't know. Yep. I agree. Shouldn't have agreed. Continue. Whatever. I don't think it's out yet, but okay. Sorry about that. And then, who else? I asked someone else. Did I ask Eric? Oh, Eric just said Wolverine. What about Jim 2? Did I talk or Jim? I'm gonna call him Jim 1. Jim 1. He says I can only think of Gears, but Nintendo's showing stuff tomorrow, and I hope we get Zelda that month. There you go. So he's got nothing for September. Nothing's under there. You're all wrong. The right answer is Control, obviously. Oh, and just a couple other fun notes I had written down for, just talking points. Something I've noticed, Sony, why can't you figure out game suspensions? Why can I only have one game suspended at a time where thankfully Xbox lets me do 8 because of the 4 games Sammy liked to play? Like, get your shit together. And also, because Sammy's been playing the Marvel Avengers game, I completely forgot that I was like, oh, Captain America. I'm like, oh, they had I'm like, oh, Captain America game, that would be fun. I'm like, oh, I own Marvel's Avengers, the somewhat MMO, not MMO, the live service game, and I believe that's still playable. Let me check on True Achievements if it's been disabled. This has been fun. This has been fun hanging out with you guys, talking about games this week. Just based off what time I actually got home with Junior, this probably actually won't go live until tomorrow, Thursday. Just because of all the stuff I want to add to it, unfortunately. But them was the breaks. I want to hang out with him because I'm off in between weeks and it feels like summer vacation. What is going on? What is? Oh, I'm back. My computer's spazzing out. Okay, Marvel Avengers. But yeah, it's been a blast talking. Marvel, not Rivals. No. Marvel Avengers. Oh, 80 to 100 hours. Fuck me. Fuck. Do I really want to commit to that? Not really. I'd rather put that time towards Gears. Probably better worth it. I don't think it's down. I think you can play the whole thing offline, right? No, the game's just been removed. Also, 200 something gigs. 200 gigs. That's a lot. I need to clear some storage if I'm gonna do that. So, maybe someday. I'd rather play Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, honestly. Oh, I'll throw this out for Sammy. September. Yeah, Hot Wheels Infinite Rush. That's a Sammy game if ever I saw one. But I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go hang out with the family. Mando didn't sleep well last night, so hang out with her, help her with Sammy. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you could just play the algorithm game, like share with a game loving friend, give the video a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you're excited for after all the showcases. Let me know what game you're looking forward to in September, and let me know how you're enjoying achievement/trophy hunting. Thanks for listening, everyone. Happy hunting and goodbye. I can't find my mouse to turn this off.